leads, photographers, wildlife viewers, hunters, lots of different people. What kind of reactions do they have when they come here?
It's really hard to sum it up in words. Most of the people that come here have never done anything like this before, so it truly takes their breath away, and coming from an urban environment or an environment very different than this, it's very relaxing to them, and they can just come here and just enjoy being here more than anything else. And to be surrounded by wildlife is always the bonus.
You enjoy being out here, though.
I love being out here. It's a very harsh place, very challenging many times, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Thanks so very, very much for giving us the opportunity to enjoy your favorite place.
Good to have you here.
Well, fish is a big part of the American diet. It's healthy, and there's always a demand for it. And if we couldn't fish, I don't know what you'd do. I don't know. I just enjoy doing it. I enjoy being on the ocean, and I bring it home and I eat it myself. There's nothing better than fresh Alaskan fish. That's all there is to it. Just the force of Mother Nature up here is incredible, but I still love to do it. I'll never stop. The people in Kodiak are the most wonderful people you could ever meet. You know, you can actually walk down the street in this town and people say hi to you, and you know they don't want anything from you. I don't lock my doors at night. I leave my keys in my car. My children have been raised here. There's no violence. There's no drive-by shootings. It's just a wonderful place to live.
When the seasons are over, I wish I could go back out. Instead, I hop on my sport boat and go sport fishing. I definitely have a true love for the water. My skipper and I spend a lot of time, if we're not on the commercial boat, we're playing around at the river, trying to catch fish, or out sport fishing for halibut, king salmon. Our subsistence fish, we can set a gill net, and we spend actually quite a bit of time doing that.
The federal fisheries now here are managed on a very sustainable basis. It's really a collaboration between scientists, industry, communities, and the government, the federal government in this case.
This Kodiak Fisheries Research Center houses international, national, and state agencies that are studying and regulating the fishing industry.
The commercial fishing industry has been extremely supportive of the types of research that we do here at the Kodiak Laboratory, both in terms of some of the basic research that we do just to understand the life histories of the animals that we're interested in commercially fishing, as well as the specifics associated with how we manage these species. The commercial industry has been extremely supportive in both coming to an understanding about what we need to know about the entire ecosystem, about how their fishing practices affect the ecosystem, and how the biology of these individual animals is important so that we have something that we can sustain into the future.
I'm also part of the Alaska Seafood Marketing Institute. We promote wild Alaskan seafood, and you need a hook, to advertise something. And ours is health. And I think, the people outside are really beginning to understand that, we have a very clean, pristine fisheries up here. We have some of the best seafood in the world.
What's important to me is that people understand that the industry, the people who harvest the fish, the people who process the fish, are really concerned about the conservation of the fish and wanting to maintain a sustainable fishery. Well, the coastal communities in Alaska that are dependent on these fisheries rely on the sustainability of these fisheries. I think in a lot of people's minds, people would think that left unchecked, that people would go and fish the fish until there are no more fish, and that simply is not the case. The people in this industry want to make sure that there's fish for generations to come.
I came to Unalaska when I was 21 years old. It was a village of 400 people, had no support services at all. The Mackinac Island, which we're on today, we had no water, no city services. We had to run a plastic pipeline across the channel to the Unalaska side of the island to get fresh water for our vessel. We lived in World War II leftover dormitories from the war that we renovated. I came here and it was the sense of excitement. We had no telephones, we had no television. It was really a challenge to live here. I kind of got caught up in that challenge, and that's why I've been here until I'm 58 years old. We've really come into the 21st century with a very, very nice, well-rounded community that when our local politicians from Juneau come out here are surprised at what they see.
Kodiak is a fishing town. If we didn't have fishing here, there would be no Kodiak. Everything revolves around fishing. Every business, the welders to the plants, to the net shop, to the marine supply company. If we didn't have fishing in this town, Kodiak would not be a town, literally.
We have been here for many years, and we hope to be here for many years more. One of the things we do is take pride in this land, its beauty, and we want to share it with the future generations, but as well as any visitors that come. It's a beautiful spot.
The fishing industry is it's difficult to get in behind closed doors just because it's a person's business. And so I welcome anyone to come to Kodiak to see the vessels, get into the processing plants, and see what we're about, because it is a unique industry that has a lot of story to tell. And so I invite you to come to Kodiak. Sustainable fisheries means sustainable communities, which means that my family can continue to live in a place like Kodiak, Alaska. So I would recommend that you all come to Alaska and check us out to realize that we are doing the right thing by the resource, because we want to be here for generations and generations into the future.
We've had a great time here in Alaska, seeing the beautiful wilderness, the wildlife, the culture, the history. We look forward to coming back. The mountains and oceans host unique resources managed sustainably for all to enjoy. And for viewers who would like more information, please call or write. On behalf of our nonprofit organization, Educational Communications, I'm Nancy Perlman, wishing you a natural, unspoiled environment.